What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy Jay with Ashy Knuckles Boxing. As of late, I redid my YouTube page. I hope y'all really enjoy the new look. If you look up there, I got the new logo. Instead of the red gloves, I just got the little fist up there since I'm going by Ashy Knuckles Boxing. But today's topic is going to be regarding a article I read this morning about Nacho Berstain, which is a very good trainer. He happens to be the trainer of Julian Marquez, and in the article it was reported that he wants to use a blueprint from the Zab Judah Mayweather fight in order to create his game plan for Marquez when he faces Floyd Mayweather in September. Now, I found that quite interesting because he thinks that he can actually use that fight footage to build upon, and I thought that was rather odd. Don't get me mistaken. Zab Judah is a very good fighter. He is very fast. He can punch, and he's a lefty. Okay. Now, I think a lot of people have that fight confused. They think Zab Judah just happened to run out of gas and after the first 4 or 5 rounds, and then Mayweather began to pick him off. That's not necessarily true. That may be a little true as far as his conditioning, but if that was the sole purpose of Mayweather winning that fight, he would have knocked Zab Judah out, and not necessarily late. Okay. What people don't understand is Mayweather, though he was not as fast as Judah in hand speed, and he didn't hit as hard as Judah, what he did, I mean, you got to give this guy credit because he outsmarted Judah. He took Zab Judah's biggest strengths away from him. Now, if anybody knows Zab Judah, they probably just marvel at the big left hand that put so many guys down. That's true, he does have a big punch. But one thing you should know about Zab Judah is the fact that everything he does well comes off of the southpaw jab. His southpaw jab sets up all the combination punching, all the big shots, unless he's just looking to load up on a counter uppercut. Other than that, everything Zab Judah does well comes off of his jab. Now I'm going to put this image up on the screen right now, and I want you to take a look at this. In this picture, you see Zab Judah throwing his southpaw jab, the right jab, and you see Mayweather countering it over the top. And that is exactly the way Mayweather took away Zab Judah's jab, because once he took away Zab's jab, that sounds funny, but once he took away Judah's right-handed jab, he began to close the distance, and he could pretty much begin to do whatever he wanted in there, and he began to pot shot and take Zab Judah apart. It wasn't that he outboxed Zab Judah. It wasn't necessarily that Zab Judah ran out of gas. It's because Mayweather took his best strength away from him and began to dominate him. Here's Floyd Mayweather taking away Zab Judah's jab. Now just watch. Notice how Zab's hands were up at first, but as he begins to take away that jab, Zab puts that lead right hand down by his waist, and then Mayweather begins to just close the distance and just pick him apart at will. This was pretty much the beginning of the end of Zab Judah. So this is just an example of why I wanted to add that this could be the wrong blueprint for Marquez. Number one, Marquez is a much better boxer than Zab. I'll give him that. But he's not as big as Zab. His hands are not as fast as Zab, and the angles of which Zab was having success against Floyd Mayweather was coming from an entirely different stance. Okay, I think by what I read this morning, I think they're going to end up putting together an entirely wrong blueprint. I mean, when you really think about it, trying to outbox Mayweather is not going to get the job done. I mean, this guy, don't get me wrong, he's arrogant, he acts like an ass, but make no mistake about it, people. I mean, you may call him boring, you know, may call him a runner. Make no mistake about it, this guy is hands down the most technically sound fighter in the game. He is the most athletically gifted fighter in the game. And partially the reason why he acts like such a jerk is because he knows that. He knows that he is. Okay, what you call boring is it basically translates into winning. Okay? Because he's not looking to just go in there flailing big shots left and right. No, that may be entertaining as far as television is concerned, but when you have two people in the ring outthinking each other, that is actually a dumb thing to do. Now, if you're fast enough and you have a big enough punch, you can get away with that. Other than that, you're going to run up against the wrong opponent, and then they're going to decipher what you're doing, and then you're going to get beat down. Because that's just not how you survive in a pro game. It's only so long you get away with that. So I think that the Marquez camp is taking the entirely wrong approach as to how to defeat or how to solve the puzzle that is the Mayweather defense. I think going to the body is a great blueprint to build upon, but I think they're looking at the wrong footage. I mean, I just don't see, and I dissect fights. I don't just watch. You know, I see way more things than the average person can see. You know, it's not all about somebody just going there just throwing a bunch of punches. Boxing is much more than your average James Kirkland fight. Alright? So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to make this really quick video saying, you know, what I thought about this particular topic. And if you agree with it, then that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. But I just wanted to make sure I get it out to you to let you know that, you know, it's much more to beating Mayweather than just going in there trying to land a lucky punch or just throwing a bunch of punches. You have to really have your homework done. Somebody really is going to have studied this guy in his entire career. I know Freddie Roach is saying he would be the easiest opponent to beat. He said that before. He said that about Eric Morales before their first fight. You know, Pacquiao and Morales. It didn't work out for him in that fight. You know, I don't even listen to all that smack talk because, I mean, the bottom line is it is going to be difficult for Pacquiao to beat Mayweather, for Shane Mosley to beat Mayweather, for Cotto to beat Mayweather. Give the man his props. The man knows how to box. He comes from a long line of fighters. He has been brought up through the tutelage that runs deep from Detroit and all over Michigan. I know you all heard of the Crunk. Where's the Crunk? It's in Michigan. It's a lot of knowledge in Michigan. All right. But anyway, I'll get with y'all another time. Peace.